Hi, my name is Sheila Jacobs. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I've been working with deaf and hearing families all over the United States and families from all over the world with my work I call double pride. You might be curious, what is double pride? In sign language, in American Sign Language, we sign pride this way, but I've doubled it with double pride, which really is a bicultural mental health empowerment model that I use to help people with their cultural identity, their bicultural families, and their bicultural communities. I was able to be a part of an international Children of Deaf Adults movement that started in 1983 with the founder, Millie Brother. And I got involved 6 months later and helped her bring international CODA and we and many CODAs around the world helped create an international CODA movement for the last 30 years. That influenced deaf parents around the world to start a KODA movement called Kids of Deaf Adults for under 18, where CODA is for over 18. So you can see how empowering one generation like myself of hearing children all over the world who are over 18 to be able to meet and discuss and understand ourselves better and work together to solve many, many complicated problems that our families face, helped inspire the next generation, deaf parents with young hearing children of deaf parents, and they have set up many CODA camps all over the world so that we can all have double pride. What is double pride? Double pride is the two worlds that I grew up in, the deaf world and the hearing world. I was in the middle. Sometimes I was able to be a bridge, and sometimes I felt stuck in the middle, like a tug of war between my two worlds. So what happens is it's hard sometimes to have double pride. It's easy to feel this way or this way. Maybe I'm going to feel more proud of being with my deaf family, and then we can easily start to look down at hearing people. Well, that's not equality, is it? Or in reverse, when you're a hearing teenager, it's easy for many of us in hearing schools with hearing people who sometimes make fun of our deaf families to feel this way, proud of being in the hearing world, but a little embarrassed about being in the deaf world. And that's not equality either. So instead of having this kind of pride, which I call lopsided, or the worst is having no pride anywhere, which is this, is no pride. And many people, unfortunately, are still feeling that way. So my goal and my vision for double pride is how to help everyone feel good about both worlds that they live in, and to have double pride and to be able to pass that down to future generations easily for the whole world, because I believe the whole world could benefit from double pride. Here's now, so that's an example of two worlds and having pride of the deaf part of me, deaf Sheila, hearing Sheila, together becoming whole within myself, and then being more able to feel good about all of me. And that's the work that I do, is helping people with double pride identity, double pride marriages, double pride families, double pride communities, so that we can all feel better about the worlds we live in. So really, just to show you one more, I have a deaf black cousin named Dr. Laureen Sims. She married into my family 30 years ago, and she gave me a beautiful gift, and this is the way to sign coda. So C is children, O of deaf adults. Dr. Laureen Sims is a professor at Gallaudet University, the only university serving the needs of deaf people with sign language all over their campus. My father was a well-known deaf leader and wrote the book, A Deaf Adult Speaks Out, in the 1970s. My father put the pencil because he felt that that was his sword, his way to help his people, was to write this book. He put a picture on the back because he wanted to show the hearing world that our families look like your families. My deaf sister is the director of national outreach for Gallaudet University, connecting the whole United States, Caribbean islands, Guam, and recently went to Micronesia to help bring World Teach program to partner with Gallaudet and the ambassadors that she met with down there. My mother was deaf, was the first deaf teacher in the Oakland public school system back in the 1960s. Her name was Dorothy M. Jacobs from North Carolina. And when the schools finally allowed sign language in the classroom, my mother was hired to bring sign language to inner city deaf black students. But when she couldn't communicate with the hearing parents yet, she brought me as a teenager to help interpret and again build a bridge. So you can see that my family of wonderful deaf leaders that I'm very proud to be a part of taught me how to lead too. Because when you are from a family of leaders from whatever community you live in, you know that those leader families are trying to help the people that they love to have more equality. I'm working now in writing television and film scripts about many experiences I've had over the last 50 years. I'm now working on developing a reality show based in Oakland because we in Oakland are ready to show the world how we can unite and build a lot of bridges with, you know, our experience with double pride and what I call miracle grow. Double pride can really help people quickly. I've been invited and very honored to be invited to travel all over the United States and asked to travel outside the United States. But I was waiting to see America stand strong and united. But I didn't realize, because I grew up in two separate worlds, that if I want to help deaf children and their families who are part of the hearing world, that means the world all together needs to partner up because we're all part of one global family. And so we need to start building more bridges with this wonderful song that we started singing in Oakland. We are the world, singing and signing together. We can unite this world with one song, together, one love.